Okay, it's time to talk about what we learned from UFC 311. After it's all said and done, what do we know now that we did not know before? And I feel like there's a decent amount to talk about. A lot got cemented as basically fact. At the end of the day, this is all my opinion. But if you disagree with them, I'm sorry to tell you that you're actually wrong, okay? Your opinion is wrong. Starting first with the fact that Merab is a top 2 bantamweight of all time. Okay, I don't really feel comfortable saying he's the best of all time. Maybe he is, maybe he isn't. I'd have to actually go back and look at Dominic Cruz's resume and like the other guys. I don't know. It's close. Aljo is up there as well. It's all really close, and you'd actually have to take a deep dive into the resumes to know. But I feel safe to say that he's a top 2 at least. He's probably better than, he's definitely better than Sean O'Malley. He's better than Peter Yan. And I'm talking about resume-wise. All-time wins, resume, who he beat, how he beat them. Not the most dominant sometimes, not really finishing people, but he dominates people. That is the truth. And yeah, it hurts me to say it a bit deep down that he is a top 2 bantamweight, if not the GOAT of bantamweight, which is just insane. But how are you going to argue? Look at this resume. Look at this win streak. Look at this. Champion after champion after champion. Sean O'Malley, Peter Yan, Jose Aldo. These guys are all, I know Jose Aldo is not known for his bantamweight run. He came down late in his career, but still, he was a great fighter at bantamweight, and he wasn't old. I don't like the narrative that Merab beat an old Aldo. Bro, he was basically in his prime still. Maybe a year too late, too old. But he wasn't an old washed Aldo by any means. He did really good against Merab as well. He might even be a top 12, top 10 fighters of all time. I don't know about that. I know that's crazy to say after I just said he's the second best bantamweight, but he still might not be top 10. He might not be. I don't know. I'd have to think about that. But all I'm here to say is he is one of the best bantamweights of all time. No matter how boring his style is sometimes. It wasn't boring the other night. But no matter how much people hate him, me included sometimes, no matter how long he'll yap and not stop talking ever, he's still talking to this second. He's still at the fucking event, just yapping. Yeah, we have to acknowledge him as one of the best bantamweights of all time. He has the best cardio in UFC history, probably the best recovery in UFC history as well. He's just a juggernaut of a unit, of a human, a tank, a guy who cannot be stopped. And I don't think anyone's going to stop him. Maybe Sean O'Malley could catch him in the rematch, get an early stoppage from the ref stepping in a little early. I could see that, but other than that, who's going to beat this guy? Okay, moving on to something more positive. My GOAT, Islam, is officially the lightweight GOAT, okay? It's finally going to be the popular opinion, maybe. Maybe people will still not admit it because they just love Khabib way too much. But, bro, I know this win is not as good as a second Arman win would have been. But Moicano is a top 10 prospect who we all thought was going to beat Beneil. A lot of us thought would get to the belt at least. I never thought he would win the belt, but I thought he would get there, and he did. The circumstances do not matter, bro. I don't want to hear it, okay? But yeah, Moicano was a good win. He's dangerous. I mean, he didn't catch Islam like a lot of people think. It was a slip. Hit him in the fucking shoulder. But still a good win. Made it look easy. Subbed him in the first grappling exchange. A really high-level black belt. I think Moicano's a black belt. Just high-level jiu-jitsu did not matter. Islam is that guy. He's the lightweight GOAT, the best lightweight of all time. Most defenses, my argument's even stronger now. Most defenses, best resume. I don't care if some of them are featherweights, okay? It doesn't matter. What do their weights say when they weighed in to get that fight? 155. That's what I thought, okay? Islam's the GOAT. There's no discussion anymore. Moving on to Kevin Holland, okay? What do we learn about Kevin Holland? He's even worse than we all thought. Oh boy. All right. I don't want to be the guy to dogpile on a guy while he's down, but bro, you asked for it, bro. Okay. You were a douchebag. You were a cringe guy acting like a teenager. I know I'm talking shit about someone on the internet, and that's cringe. I get it, bro. I know it's cringe, bro. But hey, He is really that bad, okay, bro. He's about to get cut. Look at his record, bro. He's like 3 wins in his last 10 fights or something. I didn't count specifically, but you see it. It's on the fucking screen, all right? Look at it. Just look at it. Stare at it for a minute, okay? You see it? You take it in? You acknowledge it? All right. He's losing to bums, bro. He's finishing people luckily. He's getting early stoppages on his knockout wins. He's getting fluke submissions that the ref is stopping for no reason when the guy's arm is not even broken. He's trying to fight and they stop it. Like, if he doesn't lock in and get a good win in his next fight, he's getting cut probably. You know, I don't know if they will. I feel like they'll hold on to him as long as possible, but they pay him a good amount. So I don't think they want to hold on to someone who doesn't care about winning. You heard the Dana White speech that one time, all right? If you don't want to be the best, then you don't deserve to be here. You don't need to be here, all right, kid? Get the fuck out of here, okay? Kevin Holland is even worse than we all thought. Lost to a B-League guy who no one really thinks is going to go far in the UFC. That's what we learned. Moving on, what did we learn about Moicano? We learned that he could indeed afford to lose that night. Bro, it's so depressing because we could have seen fucking Islam win and Moicano win and Armin lose. I don't hate Armin, but he beat Charles, man. Fuck you, man, all right? Yeah, we could have saw all that shit happen at once. It would have been such a feel-good moment, such a great card for that stuff. But no, we have to watch Moicano get dominated and have his dreams of getting the belt crushed forever. Because, what, is he going to get a rematch with Islam? No. So he has to wait for Islam to not even be there to get a rematch probably. And yeah, it's not going to be an easy road to the belt anyway. So now he's going to have to do extra work, get at least 3 wins in a row, which if he fights Beneil, if that just gets rebooked, you know, what's next? I don't know. I don't fucking know, man. Charles? Like, he's getting killed by Charles. I'm sorry. Maybe not. Maybe he could out-wrestle Charles, but I don't know, man. What did we learn about Moicano? He'll probably never get the belt, but that's something we already kind of knew. We just kind of like saying, cannot afford to lose. So I love him. Best personality in the UFC right now. A GOAT. I love his podcast. Very responsible with his money, but brother, it's over. What do we learn about Yuri? This dude is unfinishable. Unless your name is Alex Pereira and you have plot armor for power, okay? Some people are just born with that off button in their hands, like Ilia Topuria and Alex Pereira and Josh Emmett, you know? Not even Josh Emmett, because he's all like muscle and grit and just forcing that power. Ilia Topuria and Alex Pereira, they literally can just ping you and put you to sleep with any strike they throw, basically. I know Alex Pereira's power didn't seem the best against Khalil. He might just have the best chin of all time. Khalil, I don't know how he got KO'd by Johnny Walker because his chin in that Alex fight, maybe his defense is just really good and he's really good at keeping his chin tucked or something because no one else has been able to drop Yuri or seriously hurt him and have him in danger of getting finished other than Alex, who finished him both times, which is just insane. You know, talk about the early stoppages, I don't care. He got finished both times. I don't know, man. Like, we learned out, like, Yuri's unfinishable. He's built different, but we're not getting the trilogy. So it's not like he's going to get to test that shit for a third time. I don't know, man. I think the Shaman magic just beats the Samurai magic sometimes, you know? Yuri was right. Really tough chin, but he'll probably never beat Alex Pereira. So as long as he's champion, I don't think we're getting Yuri as champion again, sadly. Hey, what do we learn about the UFC heavyweight division and their one fight on this card? Yeah, we learned that the heavyweight division is fucking absolutely cooked. You know, again, I know this is something we already knew, but I have to talk about it. Bro, we're so cooked. Like, Jalen Almeida, one of our top 4 prospects, maybe top 5. You know, if you count Jones, he's top 5. But we have like 4, if Jones retires, good people. Volkov, Gane, Aspinall, and Jalen. That's it. And fucking, like, Jalen's not that good, man. His one strong point is his grappling. Got out scrambled, got out grappled by Sergey until he gassed in a round. And yeah, that's the story of the heavyweight division. They all gas in one round because they're overweight and obese. It's unfortunate. I get it. You have to weigh a lot and to be a good heavyweight, I guess. But bro, Jalen is a very undersized heavyweight. Maybe these guys need to take a page out of his book and get a little leaner and more athletic, and maybe you won't gas in a round, bud. I don't know, man. I'm just done with this division. I love Aspinall so much, one of my favorite fighters, but dude, he don't have much to work with. He's so, like, and just the fact that he could get one-shot KO'd flukily by somebody is so scary. I hate this division. Next, we kind of learned that Grant Dawson is not that bad of a fighter, okay? He doesn't have a glass chin. No paper jaws here, boys, okay? He took some pretty bad punishment from Diego Ferreira. Not much, because I know he gassed from all the early grappling exchanges. But, bro, I think, like, we kind of learned that Grant Dawson could be a threat, okay? His chin's not that bad. The Bobby Green one was a fluke, okay? His grappling is good, and he's actually getting more confident and creative on the feet, throwing kicks, different kind of kicks finally, not being able to swing and bang and exchange like crazy on the feet and implement the grappling with that. So if he can get his cardio really good, because it already is decent, if he can get it a little better, I feel like he can do well in the rankings. I know he's been ranked before. It didn't last long. It was like a day. And then he yoinked that guy right out of there after Joel Alvarez got a win. But, hey, match him up with Jalen Turner. Coming off his loss from 300. He might have just retired. I don't know where he's at. But match him up with him. If he beats him, he's ranked all of a sudden. And then all of a sudden, he could be going up the rankings. You don't know, man. You might get that belt, man. All right, I'm not saying that. Chill. But, hey, Grant Dawson, overrated fighter, okay? Not as bad and boring as a lot of people think, I feel like. You know, this is a good win. Diego Ferreira was coming off a good win streak against two really good guys, okay? You know, he's a bit old, but still, good win, good performance, fun performance, was exchanging on the feet, dropped Ferreira, hurt him on the feet bad. He finished a guy before that. If he got the finish here, that would have been amazing, and he actually would have had a lot of momentum then. But still good. I'm impressed by him. We learned that he's not that boring, and he's pretty good. You know, I've known he's pretty good. He hasn't lost that much, but it just seems as soon as he gets a really impressive win streak going and some momentum, he loses out of nowhere, which is just unfortunate. What else do we learn? The UFC kind of fucking folding, all right? Like, what are we doing, man? What are we doing with the next pay-per-view, bro? Like, okay, we have a break week next week. That sucks. And then we have Izzy on a fight night. That's awesome. That card's decent. I haven't actually looked at the prelims. I'm probably lying. I don't know how good the overall card is. But, hey, good main event. And then we go to Australia. All the way to fucking Australia. Probably going to be a dumbass time the card's at. I don't know. I forget about the last Australia card, what time it was at for my time zone. But, hey, what the fuck is that card? Like, other than Dreykus vs. Sean, which is a great main event, not complaining there. Like, bro, what are we doing? The card is an embarrassment. I'm not buying that shit, bro. I bought 311. I'm not buying that shit. Fuck that, okay? We learned the UFC can't do consistently good pay-per-views. We already knew that shit, so yeah. That's the video. Everything we learned from UFC 311 after the fact. Hope y'all enjoyed this rant video. Basically was just a big rant about shit I feel strongly about. So yeah, hope y'all enjoyed. I'll see you guys in the next one.